YouTube, Desmond's mom here, getting ready to talk to you about cloth diapers. So this is going to be in a several part series, and we're just going to start from the beginning and work our way from the simplest to the fanciest and all the different types in between. So whenever people talk to you about cloth diapering, what usually comes to mind is the way our grandparents did it, where they took a great big sheet of fabric and they put some pins in it and put plastic pants over it. But things have evolved a lot since then, and there's a lot of new ways to do things. We've got a lot more options now. It doesn't all have to be one specific type of diaper. There's a lot of different things to choose from, and that's very overwhelming for new mothers who want to cloth diaper. So I'm going to make it really simple, break it down into several sections about different types of diapers. So what we're going to start out with is the flat, and this is what your grandparents probably used. It's a great big sheet of fabric. You can use big towels, like feed sack. You can use receiving blankets. This right here is a 4-ply bird's eye fabric that we purchased from a fabric store that the Amish had. We cut it down, serged the edges, and made several of these. Some pros of using flats are they dry in no time. You can be really destructive with them in the washing machine. You know, they can really take a beating. If you use the wrong kind of detergent or something, if you take these on, like, traveling on vacations, you don't have to worry so much about the washing machine that they go into, because you can always strip them out really simple. So to fold one of these, because if you go on other YouTube videos and look up how to fold a flat, you're going to be very overwhelmed. But I choose a very simple way, because they're basically, people fold them into origami. I mean, they're a huge square of fabric, so you can do anything. You can fold it into a stork if you want to. But the simple way is to fold it in half, then fold it in thirds. One side in, then the other side. And then usually I'll flip up the rise depending on how big the baby is. So that's the easiest way in the world to fold a flat. Now that you've got it in a small square, you pull the front in, you put the baby right here, you flip up the edges, so you've pulled in at the legs to meet in the center, brought it up to baby, then you can bring the legs over, and that's how it would fit on your baby. Then instead of having diaper pins, now you have snappies. And these are really similar to an ace bandage with the little clamps on the edges. So you put it on one side, and when baby's in it, this is a lot easier. Pull it to the other side, and pull it down the middle. So that will keep your diaper together. Now this in itself isn't enough. You need a cover. Your covers are a polyurethane laminate, or PUL, P-U-L. These can't go in the dryer, but you can wash them, hang them up to dry. They'll be dry in no time. Usually you'll throw a couple of these in your diaper bag, and several of your flats or pre-folds. We'll talk more about that later. And each time you change the baby, you take a baby wipe and just wipe out the inside, and if it doesn't get too soiled, you can use it again. So they take up a lot less space in the diaper bag, and they're really easy to clean, really easy to dry. The hardest part is just sitting down to fold them later, after they come out of the dryer or off the line, which is really not that big of a deal at all. These are very inexpensive. I think they totaled to be about $1.50 each with the fabric that I purchased, but I've heard people just using what they have around the house, receiving blankets, cut up sheets, anything at all. So if you're looking for an inexpensive way to get started with cloth diapering, flats would be your best option. Stick around for part 2 where we'll be talking about pre-folds.